the Sabitzer challenge that you're convinced, you've watched it several times, VAR should have intervened, it should have been a red card?
I believe so, yeah. I think I see the point people say where he's pulled his leg away at the last minute, but he's still connected with his kneecap. The ball's gone. You see Valver's leg kind of buckle a little bit. Didn't injure him severely, so he didn't go full through him, but it's a red card. VAR needs to check that and say, yes, red card.
I agree. I think it's a red card. And look, of course, there's decisions where there's been softer challenges and they've been sent off. But I just actually think that's a red card. I don't think there was malice in the sense, but he caught him. And to say that, if he went any harder, it could have, I thought, regardless of what, that's just like if you catch somebody, in the head accidentally, you've caught him. Yeah. It's not like you meant him, he's caught him. So to me, I feel like
intent, am I right? There's nothing, intent doesn't matter in this, as long as they see enough that it's a... I mean, you're a United fan, take the Man United hat off. Yeah. You done the commentary of the game, talkSPORT Live.
And you've seen it again. So you've seen it again and it's slow. You still don't think it was a red card?
And this is nothing to do with Sabitzer being a Manchester United player. I was doing the game with Paul Parker. We got his dressing room anthems coming up between now and 6, actually. Some belters in there. Neither of us felt, having seen the replay, that there was enough force in the tackles. I think if you watch it, he actually almost tries to turn his foot away. I think the Alexis McAllister challenge in the game against Palace last week was worse than what we saw from Sabitzer. There was more momentum behind that one. I think it was clumsy from Sabitzer.
I mean, I don't think momentum matters. I don't think intent matters. I think, unfortunately, he's mistimed the challenge. He's gone over the top and he's hit him in the kneecap. So for me, it's a red card. Make no mistake, I don't think it would have changed the outcome of the game. I think Manchester United, even with 10, would have had enough to beat Leicester. But I believe it was 1-0 at the time. So, it was a big decision to get wrong, in my opinion.
Let's talk about Marcus Rashford very quickly. 24 goals he scored now, the best scoring season of his entire career. He scored more goals on his own than Chelsea have managed as a football club in the Premier League.
And you was happy to tell our Chelsea supporting Kwaku Afari in the office. He
was quite dismissive of that, wasn't he? Bless him.
He's in the form of his life. And,
Is he the best player in the world right now, on form?
On form, yeah. I think they did the stats. And since the World Cup, I think he scored more goals than Benzema, Haaland.
16 in 17 now since the World Cup.
Yeah, so on form, you would say, he's the most formed striker in the world. Does that make him the best player? No. Even if you saw Mbappe's goal today, and to be fair, I think there's similar ilks to the both of them. I think they're both dynamic. I think they can win games by themselves. And for me, what I just like for Rashford, taking that he's a Man United, I like the fact that he's put Man United on his back. I honestly think that. I think that when he picks up the ball, when he decides, and that's what it looks like, when he decides to kind of go and score. And listen, me and Ambrose know when you're in form, you're in form. So it don't matter what you kind of touch, it kind of goes. But when he goes
you'll know that. Ambrose maybe not so much.
You see, when you said that, I looked straight at him.
I see the look. But when he went through on 1-on-1, it's a goal.
Yeah,
that's where that's where
you just don't expect him to miss.
That's where it is, and even then when he went onto the left and when he shot straight at the keeper, it's now a shock when he doesn't score. He's just, for me, he's phenomenal at the moment. But stop him, and then you stop United. I say that you stop Rashford, you stop United.
I mean, for me, he's the best player in the Premier League as we speak. Probably by a distance, to be honest. I think in current form, he's unstoppable. He's unplayable. Whatever superlative you want to use about Marcus Rashford, he's sensational at the minute. Like that goal record you just mentioned since the World Cup is frightening. In terms of best player in the world, I think he's in the conversation. He's in a shout. Mbappe, of course, as you said, Bayo is phenomenal as well. But just to be in the conversation after the year he had last year, to come back as strong as he had, Erik Ten Hag needs a lot of praise for that as well. The coaching, you said some of the players just need the right coach. You said that all last year. They seem to have the right coach. And in him, it must be concerning for you that the contract talks are not starting up properly.
Well, they're going on behind the scenes. Manchester United are desperate for him to stay. I think he wants to stay. I think the interest from Paris Saint-Germain is genuine, and with every goal he scores, with every match-winning performance, he can demand a few more zeros on the pay packet. But yeah, that's the one nagging suspicion. But listen, we've said it week in, week out. To me, Ten Hag he's a miracle worker. You look at the players that are missing again today. No Casemiro in midfield, still no Eriksen. And they've still managed to overcome a Leicester side who are in good form. 7 points out of 9 heading into it. Every decision that Ten Hag makes at the moment, he made 5 changes today, trying to rest up people for Barcelona. It comes off, and they were brilliant in the Nou Camp. Manchester United should have won that game. To go toe-to-toe with the team running away with the La Liga, I think he's a genius.
that 2-2 demolishing in Barcelona.
Yeah, I know. And running away, I think they're only 3 points ahead of Real Madrid, if I'm correct. But it's cool. You can pick up your team as much as you want. It's okay, my brother.